Yes, everybody. Watch the West Ham Network. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new and dear, you know what to do, my friends. It's back. The Academy Show is back today in 6 o'clock UK time. Spoken about a few things. Just a bit of a sort of introduction into the Academy Show, if anyone new to it. So every week we dedicate half an hour or so to the Academy, talking about players who've gone out on loan, talking about any games that have covered and any sort of news related to the Academy. I recorded that this morning, and it just confirming that Mason Terry has joined Braintree Town on loan for the season. So little precursor to that video later on, which alluded to the fact that that was happening. Now, we spoke about lunchtime headlines. We've had 5 things we've learned from the Academy Show, from the Bournemouth game. And now we've got the world famous Hammers headlines in association with the KUNB.com boys. 4 stories to talk about and 2 victors. They like buses. You wait for one victor and 2 come along at once. Let's talk about the second victor. And that is Viktor Johansson. Now, according to reports coming out of Sweden, West Ham are interested in the 26. That's a Freudian slip, isn't it? 26-year-old Stoke City goalkeeper Viktor Johansson. He's a product of the Aston Villa Academy system and joined from Stoke last year from Rotherham United after Rotherham were relegated. He played a key role for Stoke last season in their successful attempts to avoid the drop. 46 games he featured in, keeping 14 clean sheets. He looked like, by that picture, he was captain for a few as well. Now, what's quite interesting is when we talk about the second victor, whether this one is smoke screen. I feel like that meme in from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, when they've got the screen, they've got the board with all the yellow, all the red tape. This one's come out of left field. Sometimes these ones do come out of left field. I mean, he's 26, decent age. Don't know how much Stoke could want for him. I did a bit of a Google because obviously we've got Casper, the friendly goalkeeper coach, but also we've got Linus Kandolin, the Swedish goalkeeper coach, and just see if there's any connection. And there wasn't any connection between the two of them. I thought, in case, because you could sort of put 2 and 2 together, like people have put 2 and 2 together with Casper, the friendly goalkeeper coach, and Mads Hermansson. In fact, that they played, he trained him at Bromby, but nothing here. So it is a very random link, very, very random link, but it's 193rd link, so everyone is pretty random, to be honest. What about the other Victor goalkeeper? So, or it might be a case of mistaken identity. Maybe the Swedish guys think we're talking about this Victor, when actually we're talking about this Victor in terms of our next goalkeeper. Now, according to Fabrizio Romano, he has stated that West Ham did consider a move at the other Victor, but we're after this Victor. And we're in advanced talks for this Victor, the Botafogo Brazilian goalkeeper, John Victor. It's believed he played his last match for Botafogo at the weekend. Had a bit of a howler, but there we go. Now, it appears that he has surged to the top of the goalkeeper shortlist, despite most sources previously stating that Mads was the club's number one choice, or even Zion Suzuki as well. I still don't know what's going to happen. Yes, Fabrizio, I respect in terms of his news. He has been wrong a couple of times as well. But I think because he's been wrong, he's probably doubly sure when he talks about anything to do with West Ham. So we could be welcoming this Victor to our, or unless it's a case of mistaken identity on that page as well. Who knows? But we'll see. I mean, the 29-year-old had a decent Club World Cup. He was one of the best performing goalkeepers in Brazilian Serie A. So let's see, and around 10 million quid, I think it'll end up being. I'd be very surprised if we don't sign a new goalkeeper this week. So let's see what happens. Let's see what Victor brings, shall we? Let's see what Victor brings. Let's go back to Serie A and talk about Roberto, not another goalkeeper. Don't worry, it's not that Roberto. Roberto Piccoli, the Cagliari a striker, according to reports coming out of Tutto Mercato, they suggest that Cagliari have a feeling, or the newspaper states they have a feeling that Cagliari are looking to cash in on the goal-getter. Obviously, they signed him having had a successful loan spell than last season for about 10 million euro, I think it was, but looking for about 20 to 25 million euros to make some cash pretty sharpish. He's got 4 years left in his contract, and it's interesting to see what happens with this one. As I said, everything with Serie A, tend to take a bigger grain, not bigger, a less of a pinch of salt because of Antonio out there. So let's see, and if it means we're sort of cutting our cloth accordingly, in terms of the money available without really selling anyone on at the moment. No one else is really coming in for our players. This is sort of the plan. I don't know. But we'll wait and see what happens with him as well. And finally, let's talk about Kaelen Casey. Now, strange one. It was the club put up. It might be up now, but when I looked, it said the page about him signing his loans. No, it's still come out not right. It's highly believed that Kaelen will confirm, Swansea and West Ham will confirm the season-long loan signing of Kaelen Casey to them in the next day or so, if not already by the time this video's come out. It'll be a season-long loan with the Championship side. Swansea City Championship. Are they in the Championship? I think they are. Yes, they are. They're in the Championship. Fantastic. I think it'd be a great move for him. We wish him all the well. We'll obviously be reporting on the loan spell. In terms of, similarly, like we've had the first loan outings from 2 of the academy boys, which we'll talk about in the academy show a little bit later on. But for Kaelen, obviously, we'll be keeping a track of how well his loan spell. He won't be the first, and he won't be the last. But yeah, I think it's exactly what's needed. Personally, I think it should have happened about 18 months ago, 2 years ago. And I think we'd have got the fruits of our labour now. We were led to be believed back in January. He actually asked West Ham to go out on loan because he wanted some first-team football. About the time we'd had, obviously Aguerd was still playing at Real Sociedad, and there was question marks around the fitness of Jean-Claire. So there was a feeling that we didn't want to be left short. So now that's great, and hopefully he has a great loan spell and comes back and we reap the benefits in the same way that I think we're reaping the benefits of Callum Marshall's great, loan spell, Freddie Potts' great loan spells. And I mean, you could say that with Callum Marshall, but the West Brom one really wasn't a proper loan spell, in my opinion. I still think you'll see 2 or 3 extra others move out, even more maybe, because what happens is by letting the under-21s go out on loan, it brings in the 18s into the under-21 squad. So the likes of Edris Golombekis, the likes of Preston Fearon, these guys will be playing more under-21 football, where the 21s who went out on loan will be getting some good league football. I think Lewis Orford, as I said, we'll be surprised to see maybe someone like Julie Robertson going out on loan, maybe even Ezra Mayes potentially as well. And it all sort of the circle of life. So this is a great move for Kaelen. And that's it, my friends. Keep an eye on the West Ham Network for latest news. And don't forget to check out these Robert Brown for latest news reviews and opiniones. And I will see you in a little time for the Academy show. Take care. Much love. Bye-bye.